Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Friday, July 29th of 2022, and we have really big news again. We've got big news about boosters from Princess Cruise Lines, information on Royal Caribbean, Alaska, and sailings from Europe. So it is really a lot going on today. So I want to go ahead and get started with the new booster requirement that it looks like is coming out. So Princess Cruise Lines has on their website a little statement that they put there when the CDC took away their cruise ship program that had been in place. And so we were not expecting any really big changes. And I double checked their website this morning and there are no updates. But we have a Let's Go family member who very graciously sent me the email that she received from Princess regarding her upcoming sailing. So she is going to be going on a 16-day sailing that goes to Canada, New England, and Greenland. And so here is what the requirement says. It says, updated booster requirements for your voyage. Please be advised that due to the length and itinerary of this voyage, all guests ages 18 years and older must be fully vaccinated for COVID-19 and, if eligible, have received a COVID-19 booster. Eligibility is determined by the U.S. Centers of CDC, by the CDC, which is available on a website. Boosters can be received anytime up to embarkation. Guests 5 years and older who are under 18 must be fully vaccinated or go through an exemption process, but will not require a booster. Children under 5 years of age do not need to be vaccinated. So, in plain English, if a child is under 5, they don't need to be vaccinated. If their age is 5 to 18, they need to be vaccinated. If they're not vaccinated, they need to have an exemption, but they don't need to worry about a booster. That age group, 5 to 18, no booster required. If you are ages 18 or older and you are eligible for a booster, then you need to have that booster. And so make sure that you've got your at least one booster. No one in the cruise industry so far is talking about a second booster. Okay. And it doesn't matter. This does not talk like Europe does about how long ago it was since you received your initial vaccine. This is based on what the CDC says. And I believe that it is in 5 months. And so look at that, though, and double check. And I will talk to you about that tomorrow. But I wanted to let everybody know about this so that if you are on one of these sailings, you know what's coming and you know to keep an eye on your email for any updates. Now, I think it's also a couple of things I think about this. First of all, I would say that this to me means that the vaccine requirement is not going to go anywhere soon. I think that is going to be with us, honestly, for the foreseeable future. I wonder if they will maybe tweak what % of passengers need to be vaccinated, or if they're going to keep it at that 90%. That's going to be really interesting to see. The other thing that I am wondering about with this is this is clearly opening the door to requiring boosters for sailings from the United States, especially the longer sailings. And so we'll keep our eye on what all the updates are, and I'll be watching the Princess website for you and the other cruise line websites. This is the first I've heard about anything being required as far as boosters for sailings from the U.S. So if you are booked on a cruise and you have received any information about the vaccine requirements or a booster being required, would you please send me an email, or you, of course, comment below. But I appreciate an email with the information in it so that I can share it with everyone if you have a minute to do that. I really appreciate it. So thank you very much, Anne. I very much appreciate you letting us know. The next thing that I want to make sure everybody knows is our Let's Go family member, Alam, and his wife, Kim. They are going to be sailing on Royal Caribbean out of Venice. How cool is that? And if you are new to cruising or haven't cruised out of Venice, Venice used to let all the cruise ships come right up into the lagoon there, right up close, but they don't anymore. And so they are having Trieste, Trieste, is a port that a lot of sailings go from, and also Ravenna. And so I wanted to let you know what he was so kind to send me the information. So they are sailing on Brilliance of the Seas in October, and they are sent out this information reminding everybody that the distance from like the, is it called Marco Polo Airport? Here I have it. Yep, it is the Marco Polo Airport there, the Venice Marco Polo Airport, that the distance from there down to Ravenna to be able to board the cruise ship, it takes about 3 hours depending on traffic. And so they just want everybody to be aware, first of all, that you need to have your own transportation to get down there. So you can either book a shuttle with Royal Caribbean, kind of like the transfers they do with Princess, exact same thing that we're used to hearing about. But so you can book that with Royal Caribbean, and you can do that by either asking your travel agent to do it, or you can call Royal Caribbean directly and do that. And as a goodwill gesture, because of that, they are adding the $50 onboard credit to every person's account to help cover that cost. Okay. And so you're going to need to do that. They point out that you can go ahead and pick up a Royal Caribbean shuttle to do that when you arrive at the airport, but those shuttles are on a first come, first served basis. And so if you get there and it's too late and they're already booked up or they're full, and then you have a problem. So make sure that you book your transfers or private car, whatever you want to do to be able to get down to Ravenna before your cruise. Okay. The other thing that goes with that is they remind people that it's the same for coming back. And so make sure that you have booked your car, your shuttle, whatever it is, to be able to get back. And they are also adding a $50 credit to your everyone's account for the way back. So basically everybody gets $100 of onboard credit to help offset the cost for the travel to the port. The other thing that I wanted to remind you is they do talk about the fact that on the way there and on the way back, they will make a comfort stop for powder rooms if anyone needs to. But if the traffic is super bad, then they won't be able to do that. So make sure that you're ready for that trip. The other thing is they say that they will have some water bottles and the ability to charge your phone. Now, I would have a backup plan in mind just in case something wasn't working quite right with that. But it sounds like they're going to do their best to make it a very comfortable ride for you. The other thing that I want to make sure that everybody knows about that is they say to make sure that your flight arrives in Venice by 11:35 a.m. on the day that you don't fly in the day of, I'm just telling you that. But if you're doing that, make sure that your flight arrives by 11:35 a.m. so that you've got time in order to get to the port with all the traffic and everything to be there in time for the sail away, okay? Because you don't want to be late. And then also on your way back, keep in mind that there's at least a 3-hour drive and there can be traffic. And so just book your flight later in the day or into the evening is what I would do if I were doing that, so that you have plenty of time to get back. And then we've got a couple of updates from Alaska. First of all, we have our Let's Go family member, and she was really nice to let us know that she is going to be on the September 3rd sailing of the Crown Princess, and they have just been notified that due to operational changes, that they will not be going to Ketchikan on September 8th. They will be replaced with a call to Icy Strait Point on September 7th instead, and that will be from 5 to 8:30 p.m. And then also their arrival in Juneau will now be at 2 p.m. instead of at noon. And their arrival in Victoria on Friday, September 9th, will be at 6 p.m. rather than 7 p.m. So having a little bit more time there in Victoria, I think will be lovely. And she was so kind to send me the little itinerary that shows the time. And so with that time adjustment there in Juneau, instead of getting there at noon and getting there at 2, they are in port until 10 p.m. That is wonderful. And hopefully it should still be really quite light, I would say, by September 3rd. You're so far north there. And if you caught my video of the sail away that I did when we were leaving Skagway, it was at the end of June, but our sail away was around 10 p.m. and it was really light. It was beautiful. And so I think that'll just be great. And then Skagway, they will be in port from 7 a.m. until 8:30 p.m., which is great. That gives you lots of time if you want to do a couple of excursions or anything like that. Their Glacier Bay will be from 6 a.m. till 3 p.m. Like I said, that Icy Strait Point will be from 5 to 8:30, and Victoria from 6 p.m. until 11:59. 9 p.m., so basically midnight. So I hope this gives some of you an idea who are sailing on the Crown Princess at a very likely itinerary that you will be looking at. So wanted to let you know that. And then the last thing is our Let's Go family member, Ronald. He was just barely this week in Juneau, and I really appreciated that he put what they did. So they were due to sail up into Endicott Arm to see the glaciers there, but they were not able to because of such heavy fog and so much floating ice in the water. So instead, they went ahead and went directly to Juneau and got there at 9 a.m. for an extended visit and got to be there clear until 9 p.m. And Juneau is beautiful, and there is so much to see there, so much to do. If you're going, like, don't miss the Mendenhall Glacier and the whale watching. Just don't. Those are... I don't think you will have the same experience in other ports with those things as you would in Juneau. Okay, so keep that in mind. And then, so they visited the Red Dog Saloon, followed by a trip up the Mount Roberts tram. It's that tram there. I showed it in my video of Juneau. I don't know if Gordon's got my Juneau video up yet. I think you can see it in the sail away. But anyway, that's a really cool tram. Like, we have done it a couple of times, and both times it was really heavy fog, and so our view wasn't quite as spectacular. But it was, sounds like they were able to have a great view, and they had a nice halibut lunch at the top there. When we went, we did not eat, and so I think next time we're going to have lunch or dinner, whatever time it is, up there, because he mentioned it, and also our Let's Go family member Kent mentioned it, and so it's worth a try if two amazing people recommend it. So then at 2:30 p.m., they thoroughly enjoyed their 5 glacier seaplane flight, including a salmon bake feast at the Taku Glacier Lodge. It was a full but magnificent day. You know what? You all are so brave. Those seaplanes, like, scare me. And so I don't know if I'll ever do that. I do want to do a helicopter, but since you all are so brave, I will try to be more brave as well. But I wanted to let you know that he highly recommends that, and what a magnificent day they had in Juneau. If any of you have anything that you would like to share, please do let me know. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe to our channel. We've been waiting for you, and I think you're going to find that you have been waiting to be part of our community as well. If you appreciate these updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up, because that really does help us. I will be, and put any comments or any information you want to share with us in the any questions also in the comments, I'm trying to say, and we'll do our best to answer you and get back to you. And if you are new here, you might want to read the comments, because we have a lot of people that give lots of information and are so helpful if someone has a question, as well as over on our Facebook page, Let's Go Travel Tips. So I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.